like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is... Why did I get Montel Jordan theme? This is how we do it. But no, this is my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 11, episode 11. Damn it, girl. What is wrong with you? Real Housewives... I'm not redoing it. Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 11, episode 11. That sounds better in my head. I think it sounded weird before. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please don't leave. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird. Y'all know it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't get that loud, but become a whole Jaybird, okay? Subscribe. Share my videos, comment on the videos, like the videos, all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell. If you have not been getting notifications, unclick the bell and then refresh your page and then re-click the bell so that you can always get notifications to my videos. And don't forget to, shop my Teespring merchandise, all that good stuff. Follow me on IG, all that good stuff. All the information is in the description box below. Y'all should be able to see my merch, my hoodies, my mugs, my t-shirts, my sweatshirts, all that stuff should be below this video. Okay, so, the beginning of it starts off and, Kandi and Porsha still arguing back and forth. Kandi mad, Porsha mad. Look, for all you Porsha lovers, you're so biased. You don't like Porsha. You're always dogging Porsha. Bitch, fuck you. Okay, fuck you and the horse that you wrote in on. I'm so tired of y'all Porsha lovers being upset that y'all are team Porsha and I'm team Kandi. I'm looking like I'm a fucking viewer. I am a viewer of the show the same as you are. The same way that you believe Porsha, I believe Kandi. So get the fuck off my back. Love you all, though. Anyway, again, I don't care if y'all, don't agree with me, but don't come at y'all know I don't like that biased bullshit. Have your opinion. Don't agree with me. That's perfectly fine. But don't call me biased because my opinion does not match yours. Anyway, so again, I'm over the bullshit, period. I think, like I said before, their stories match. The only difference is Porsha is making it seem as if she wasn't aggressive in any way when we know Porsha turns up. Period. I mean, that's no tea, no shade towards Porsha. Porsha gets it popping. That's what she's known to do. So I don't think stating the obvious is me being against Porsha. I'm not saying she out there sucking dick for cash. I'm saying when she gets pissed off and somebody pisses her off, she handles her business like I would do too. I may not be out here fighting on TV, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyway, some believe Kandi, some believe Porsha. I will say that Kandi was on her Facebook, damn it, was on her YouTube channel. She, of course, I know she recapped the shows too. She brought up some great points, and I'm gonna point out one or two things. One, she said Porsha did not tell her until the day of his party that she was coming. She did say how Porsha and Jamie had been around each other the previous week at Shamia's baby shower. Jamie just is not around Kandi. Jamie is around others as well. Again, Shamia invited Jamie to her baby shower. Porsha and Jamie got along just fine there. Kandi said that's why I didn't think it'll be an issue at Ty's party. She also said how she purposely did not have the cameras there because she didn't want it to be any shady bullshit ass moments at Ty's party. So she purposely did not invite anybody. And she also brought up the whole thing about the blog. She said it was 300 people at Ty's party, including a couple of blogs. She's like, so again, things that Porsha was saying as if it was all Kandi's fault didn't even make no damn sense. Again, there was already bloggers there, so that's probably how the stories got out. 2, she did not know until the day of that Porsha was coming. And 3, not only that, Porsha and Jamie had been around each other, so it was not an issue. And she also brought up how, the girl Sherry wasn't the only ex of Dennis's that was at the party. Boom. So for all y'all saying, Kandi set her up, she couldn't have. And again, if Sherry was not the only ex, Again, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. But again, I told y'all, I'm Team Kandi. If y'all not, I don't knock y'all, so don't fucking knock me. Anyway, at this point, we see they both not feeling each other, and they move on from that. So they do go down to the little hibachi room. You know what I'm saying? They're going to enjoy girls' night because Tanya and I think Eva too was like, no, let's just kind of enjoy girls' night and let it be what it's gonna be. So they go downstairs. They're all down there. Tanya had little kimonos for each girl to wear. They're in the hibachi room eating food or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Having the good time as they can. Portia does get lightheaded, as that does happen with pregnancy. But again, no one knows that she's pregnant. So when it gets hot in the room, it is hot when you in a hibachi or whatever, it's hot, okay? And the hibachi room is like in Tanya's basement. So, Portia gets hot, so she, goes out to take a little break. Nene goes out, I'm saying, just to sit with her, whatever, in the hallway. And like, you gonna tell the ladies about your secrets? She's like, no, I don't want to tell them in front of Kandi. And she shouldn't. Like, I don't think that's the right element to tell them anyway, because they did just get into it. And she just probably not in the mood. She probably want to go home. But it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But she do say how Kandi, but she said, oh, she said Kandi shouldn't have been here telling me what someone else told her. I don't agree with that because Kandi can only tell you what she was told because she wasn't there when it happened. Again, the same way if you told your friend your sad story, and she keep referring to Candy's people as her employees, but those are also her friends. They just happen to work with her. That's like somebody calling your sister Lauren your employee. No, she's your sister. She just happens to work with or for you. But whatever, I don't really care. They then go downstairs. They go back upstairs to finish out the night because again it's too hot in that room. But Shamari said fuck that, y'all, and she stayed downstairs and ate some more food and then went upstairs. So they're outside or whatever, chit chatting, and it's a nice little atmosphere. And Eve, they asked like, what happened? How did you and Tanya, Eva, how did you and Tanya end up like, coming together to throw this event? Eva brings up how when they talked before, things that came up about, how even though they had fun at the Destin trip, a little things came up that was, what I'm saying, a little out of the realm of comfortable or whatever. And both things seem to circle around Nene. One, Eva brings up how, Tanya has some fun shade. But it may have, what I'm saying, offended somebody or whatever. Tanya then say how she was not trying to be offensive about the, some high, low end stuff or whatever. And if she offended Nene, she was talking to Nene. If I offended you, I apologize. Nene said how, I don't get offended about stuff like that. I don't care. I know, that there's high and low end or whatever. But I'm like, Nene, I call bullshit because you then in your confessional was being shady and bitch, your stuff is low end. Okay, but to make it seem as if Tanya is low in herself, because she then said, well, I know my stuff isn't high, but I met you at Swag because your budget was low. No, you met her at Swag because she shops high and low end. A lot of rich people do that, or people who don't have Oprah money, but they have more money than you. Can shop at Swag. Your stuff is nice. It just is not as expensive as, Chanel. You know what I'm saying? Or couture. It's just different. So Nene can't tell me she wasn't offended. I don't know what it is. No, you were offended because somebody said that your stuff isn't high end, but it isn't. I don't think Tanya's budget was low. I think she was just doing some shopping somewhere, and she lives in Atlanta and it's your store. Like, so you mean, so to me what that means to me anyone who shops at your store, you mean that they're low budget. You just insulted your own customers. I'm like, the fuck, girl, bye. Portia then brings up to Eva, well, Eva, you sure can't remember, I'm saying, other people's shade. Well, you be forgetting your own. And I said, ooh, come on now, Portia. She brings up, no, Eva said, what? I don't have a shady bone in my whole body. Yes, you do, Eva. You was a goddamn gonna lie. You are Eva, the diva, shady of them all. Like, you not mean, malicious shady, but you shady. And I mean, it is what it is. Portia, like, but didn't you, like, call Cynthia, like, the mother of the dean or something like that? Like, didn't you call her, like, something weird like that? Like, she's the older one? I don't know what you talking. Like she asked that she does not remember what Portia meant. And Portia, like, we went to the gym, and they then show Eve was like, yeah, Cynthia has a veteran walk. She's a mother. Like she calling Cynthia old, and Cynthia like, well, I beat her in the, the the wrong way challenge, and she did. But again, because Eva acting as if she don't know what Porsche talking about. Well, I'm not leaving this up here. It's not even, even though they still at the same party. But, she acts as if she don't know what Porsche talking about. Porsche, like, I mean, like, you shady. Like, you shady, it ain't no issue with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you say something shady and the person don't like it, just explain it, you know what I'm saying, and apologize and kind of move on. And Kandi was like, girl, you the wrong one to be saying that. I do think that only because Porsha has said things and I owned up to it, but so is other people. So I mean, it is what it is. I think Kandi made that more from the things with the whole dungeon thing and how she said something shady just to be shady, but didn't own it. That it was just, what I'm saying, shade that wasn't appropriate. But who cares? Anyway, even then said, well, the whole point of this whole night anyway was because, you know what I'm saying, I felt like Nene could have felt some kind of way because of the bachelorette party she was uninvited to. So this party was to tell all y'all, I'm taking y'all to Tokyo. I mean, I'm taking y'all, meaning Bravo is paying for it. It just happened to be my time to plan the trip, but we're all going to Tokyo. And of course, they're all excited. Next up, that was a long conversation, Lord Jesus. We do see Nene and Greg. I like this look on Nene. I like the blonde here. She looks pretty. She looks pretty. Anyway, Nene and Greg are just basically up there chit chatting or whatever. Greg has a birthday coming up and they want to throw a party for Greg's birthday. They're gonna have like, close family, the kids, the friends, close friends and a couple people or whatever. Nene said about 10 people, but it was more than 10 people. He got 10 kids. Allegedly, or whatever. Anyway, she's inviting the chef over to talk about cooking for the party because she's like, Greg has to eat differently now. We want to incorporate that into all of our lives, me and the kids and Greg and all that stuff. I was telling Greg before he got diagnosed with cancer that he should change his eating habits. He didn't want to, and now he has to. He like, I'm not gonna like no chef. I mean, Greg is completely like, being real asshole. Being an old grumpy man, but I mean, he's old, he's grumpy, he got cancer, and you know what I'm saying, he's just all in his feelings. He like, I'm not gonna like any chef because I want things that's cooked for me to be alkaline based. And you know what I'm saying, they may not know how to cook like that. But I feel like then you just find a chef who can. Like, you can't say you won't like any chef. You can just say this is the kind of chef I want. You know, anyway, he's like, I don't want anything in my body that will increase the cancer cells because Greg is trying to avoid chemo, basically, is what he's trying to do. But he can't. So I mean, it is what it is. So, he does bring up how I think she said how first Greg said, I went to the doctor today, you know what I'm saying, I had to get extra tests done, you know what I'm saying, it was all these extra things that he did not know would go into him going to the doctor, where he felt like, okay, I'm going to go here, I got to get poked one good time, and that's it. He get there, they poke him 5, 6 times, all these extra tests, they want to do a stress test, a run test, a heart test, I got my good Sunday shoes on, I can't really run in these, I don't have no sneakers with me. So again, he was being hit with different things all within the day. And he was, you know what I'm saying, he was not happy about it. Nene like, weird, because you was snapping at everybody, including me. Okay? And Greg was like, I also snapped at myself. I'm looking like, you know what? He said I was just frustrated. It's hard to critique Greg and his feelings because we don't know what he's going through because he's going through cancer. So it's hard to be like, well, you can't be upset. I mean, you can't say that to a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do wish they could be nicer, but based on what they're going through, they may not physically or mentally or emotionally be able to be nice when they're going through that. So it's kind of tough or whatever. The chef gets there, and he's upset because she is not a vegan chef, a specific vegan chef. And he said, well, you lied because you said she was a vegan chef. She's not a vegan chef. He go, Nene, well, she can do both. Like, she can cook vegan. And, I'm like, you call her liar? So, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm like, Greg, you kind of being team too much, brother. I'm saying, calm down a little bit or whatever. And I feel like just tell the chef, a good chef, you can tell them, this is what I want. Can you do this? Okay, I want vegan only. I want meat only. I want egg and cheese or whatever it is, however you want to be. I want, no carbs. I want, whatever it is. If they can't do it, then find someone who can. But whatever. You know, it was weird because the chef lady was still like, I'm like, well, you like this or that? No. I don't want Karis. Karis is this. Oh, okay, so she was writing down like what he was saying no to, and he like, well, I already know whatever you got written down, I ain't gonna like it. I'm like, well, goddamn it, Greg. I'm trying to. It's just too much. She then tell Greg, you know what? Just tell me the menu you want, based on stuff that you like, and we can go from there. Meaning, I can cook what you want, but tell me what you want. But he was almost getting upset at her asking, well, do you want this? Do you want that? No, no, no. Girl, Greg, sometimes, I get when he need me, but again, can we judge him based on him going through cancer? He not in the mood. We see Cynthia and Mike. Isn't he cute? He's a cute little older man or whatever. They are on their way to meet up with Kandi, Eva, and Marlo. Mainly because, Cynthia is aware that last time when they all met Will, it was some bullshit or whatever. Some things happened that wasn't supposed to happen. And so she wants them to meet Mike on her own terms. She's going to take him there and they can kind of, talk to him or whatever. But we do see at the same time, the ladies are at the table at the restaurant waiting on them. And Marlo asks Kandi, how are you and Porsha gonna do, what I'm saying, going forward, what I'm saying, even being in Tokyo together. And Kandi, like, look, I was trying to, stay out of the petty bullshit between her, him, and his ex that I kind of didn't have anything to do with, I'm saying. I've always been able to be cordial with people or whatever, but I'm just over the bullshit. It was what it was. We do see that when Mike Anthony comes in, she like, look, it was a mess with the whole thing with Will from before. Even then say, but we was right. We were right. He said, yeah, y'all was right or whatever. She's like, but, I'm going to have him here. Mike is here for y'all can ask him. I got my oven on. It's hot. Because I'm cooking stuff for tomorrow. Anyway, he he is, Mike is here for y'all to answer any questions y'all want to ask him. But y'all have 3 minutes tops. I have a little timer, and once it go ding, it's done or whatever. It was cute. It was a cute scene. Clearly he likes her. We see how he had great answers to the question. He said how he's really into Cynthia. I'm saying he's into her because she's a beautiful person. Even though, and it's nothing to do with her beauty. She's beautiful on the inside, and he's very attracted to that. He brings up how Kandi asks sex questions. He said, she said, "What's your go-to move for Cynthia?" I'm like, well, that's personal. Okay, but she says, sex is important in relationships. So, like, what's going on with that? He said, well, she got some cushion for the pushing, so I use that cushion for my pushing, and I'm saying, I be tearing that ass up. Kudos, kudos, kudos. But we do know he don't eat ass. Because when she mentioned eating ass, he got very, very like, oh, no, oh my God, no. And he might have done that because it's on TV, but you know what I'm saying? TV-wise, he don't eat ass. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Marlo was like, what's your credit score? When was the last time you had an STD? He's like, last time? You're like, what? But his credit score is 765. And you know what I'm saying? He hasn't paid Cynthia to date. No, Cynthia didn't pay him to date her. And you know what I'm saying? He don't have any STDs. It was cute. Oh my God. Okay. Pause. Okay, I had to cut my oven off. Anyway, so again, it was a cute little scene or whatever, at the end of it, because they was bringing up how, before with Mike was kind of crazy. And he said, I want to keep reminding y'all, I'm saying, I'm Mike Hill, not Will. I said, okay, Mike Hill, look, I'm saying, he's all right with me. Oh, did I forget to show the picture? I sure did. They were all at the table together. Didn't even think to pull it up. So, it was all there. Marlo on her cute little sack. I don't know what kind of bun it is, but it's some crazy gel. It's on her head. But, they was all having a good time or whatever. Drinks is, flowing. Food was flowing. It was amazing. I want some drinks. Next up, we do see Kandi and Shamari, meeting up, mainly because Kandi is having her sex dungeon party little theme show that she's having, and since she wants to turn a negative into a positive, when they was all, you got a sex dungeon or whatever, and there was some bullshit, so she's trying to turn a negative into a positive, and the sex dungeon party did happen. It was a great success. I believe she's gonna try to do more of them because girl, make that money. So when she's asking Shamari if she'll be in the show with her, a part of the, entertainment because Shamari is talented. Shamari said, yeah, I went to Candy's, Mother's Love play back in the day. It was very, very great. She's like, I think that she should have had me in instead of Porsha. Girl, when they showed Porsha singing, I said, ooh, 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 shady boots. But that's really all it was. Them shopping for clothes or whatever. Cause they're looking for stuff that Shamari can wear. So they tried on some clothes. And let me see where it is. Yeah, they tried on some clothes, and Shamara, well, I don't know. I gotta, make sure that Ronnie okay. If he wants, this is okay for me to wear to the show. Shamara body is great. You know what I'm saying? Again, she had twin boys. Kandi body was great too. I just could not get a shot of them both together besides that one. And so she FaceTimes Ronnie. Of course, had Kandi on the phone, and he liked the outfit. She did say how she did not want to wear anything that showed her booty cheeks because only her husband could see her booty cheeks. Okay, and Kandi bought stuff. Girl, Kandi spent $1,000. It was like $1,100 on stuff there. I'm like, girl, she be doing the nasty. So we then see Porsha. Porsha goes to see Dr. Sherry. And y'all know Dr. Sherry. Dr. Sherry has been on a lot of the different reality shows. She was on the Braxton. She was talked to Porsha before. I mean, do she fix people? Sometimes. It just depends. Sometimes not. But again, she hasn't seen Porsha in a while. Porsha said how she's been doing great business wise, relationship wise. She's good now. And she's like, well, yeah, I see you glowing. I see you glowing, girl. I see you glowing. Yeah, because I'm happy. And also, I'm in a relationship now. And, oh, well, how long y'all been together? Oh, we've been off and on for like 6 months. But we've been, you know what I'm saying, really on the past, just us the past like couple months. And I recently found out I was pregnant. And this is the weird thing for me. I feel like when someone says we've been off and on for 6 months, but now I'm pregnant, I'm like, Dr. Sherry didn't want to say, oh, well, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, this 6 months is just fast. But, again, Porsche happy, so we love it. She does bring up, the issues that she's having with Kandi, the issue with the party. And I like how Dr. Sherry asked her, well, how did you react to the whole thing at the party? And Porsche kind of skimmed over it, or they just didn't let her say what she said or whatever. I feel like Porsche should at least say, I should not have followed behind the girl. That's the only thing that's the only way I feel, not only way, that's the only thing I feel Portia should not have done. Again, because she's pregnant. And my thing is, just because she didn't swing on someone doesn't mean that she, because anyone could have hit her. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes that's what people mean by Portia sometimes does things and don't think about it because she pop off or whatever. But I think she now realized I can't be doing that or whatever. And that's why she's coming to talk to Dr. Sherry. So Portia then brings up in her confessional, she's like, me and the girl got into it. And then in the confessional, she says, well, me and the girl got into the party. And then after the party, Dennis showed me the text between him and the ex, Sherry. She says he wasn't cheating, but he was still communicating with her. So this is the thing. The exact same things that Kandi and them have been saying is true. Dennis had been lying to Portia. As Portia said, he was not cheating on me, but we haven't had a discussion, and we were both supposed to cut off communication with whoever else we were dealing with before we were just kicking it or whatever. And he didn't do that. And she found out that he wasn't doing that after Kandi's party, which to me makes sense as to why when the girl Sherry seen Dennis, she went up talking to him because he was already communicating with her via text that Portia did not see. And so again, I'm like, Dennis is the one that made all this shit happen. Okay, it's Dennis's fault. Okay, that's what it was. Anyway, so she brings up how she gets a little emotional too. How I was 37 years old. I had kind of gave up on love, but I'm in love now. I'm in this relationship, but I don't want to lose Portia. She says, I feel like when I get in relationships, I become very, very submissive and I get overly protective of the person I'm with and I be defending him left and right, regardless of whatever. And sometimes I do that and I'm not protecting myself. True. Okay, we all have done that. Again, I like how Dr. Sherry is, I want you to know that, it's very fast paced what you got involved in. However, maybe just slow down a little bit look at things and, talk about issues from his past, that you can't ignore. Like, this is the time to do that. And that's absolutely positively true. We knew that Porsha before had been saying, I'm not asking no questions, because girls before in his past would ask him questions he didn't really stay with. I'm fine being, blindly stupid into whatever he's doing. Like, she put herself in this situation, which then caused him to basically lie to her and say, well, yeah, I'm not talking to anybody else. But in hindsight, he's still communicating her in some shape, way, or form via text, which is why, again, the girl felt comfortable coming up and talking to him because he was entertaining that bitch. Anyway, Porsha said, you're right, I need to start asking the hard questions. You cannot be in a relationship with a person if you're not able to ask them, are you still fucking her? What's your past, like, what's going on? Like, you have to be able to ask those questions and get honest answers to be sure that you're moving in the right direction. Porsha has every right to ask that man all these hard questions, but you can't get mad at someone who see he doing bullshit and they like, but Porsha, he doing bullshit. And as she said, she's so submissive and so busy trying to defend him, she's not protecting herself from what he's doing. So, we see that out there. From there. Y'all know I'm tired right now, right? Oh wait. Greg has his party. So Greg has his party, all his kids is there. All his kids are there. Y'all see those, like those his sons. The girl with the red hair, that's one of his daughters. Greg has a lot of kids. They had the party, and Nene said how they invited his kids. A couple of close friends of his. His doctor was there. Just people who really matter in his life, I would say. And wait, where is it? I'm like, why am I getting confused? We see that, Greg gives a whole little speech or whatever about how he's just happy that he's able to celebrate his birthday right now, and how he, was blessed to still be here, and how, he's also happy every time he's able to celebrate, their birthdays as well. How hard it's been for him. Nene is getting emotional, like she's, dabbing away tears. She says how when he talks about it, for her it's emotion because it's an emotional situation, and it's life or death basically. We then see Nene talking to Greg's sister, and wait, let me take this one off. Talking to Greg's sister, who, is like, I thank you so much for, taking care of my brother. And she's like, what happened to his hand? Because he cut his fingers. She's like, well, Greg decided he wanted to go cut the hedges, even though we have people who do it, but he wanted to do it on his own. He messed around and cut his fingers. We had to go to the ER, like it was a whole thing. And the sister said, I think it may be a thing for him where he wants to, still see what he can still do. And he wants to be able to do things, on his own, and not always need someone else to do it, and try to think with himself. But he may have to calm the fuck down and sit down somewhere. Nene goes to just say how it's just hard for her. How, today was a hard day. It gets very, very tough because, he's a grouch. And he just kind of wore me out sometimes. I'm just wore out because there's so much going into being a caretaker for a person with cancer. And again, it's the things where you have to realize it's hard for the cancer patient, which is why people say, it's very, very hard. But it's also hard for the caretaker because they're getting the brunt of all the anger, aggression, frustration that the person is going through. And she's like, I broke down today because it's just so tough. He came home from the doctor and he was grouchy. My battery low. He came home from the doctor. He was grouchy. How sometimes he gets mad because he'll go to the doctor and he'll want it to be like good news, and he'll go there and it may not really be good news, and so he has to then come home. He'll just be short with me. He'll be snappy or whatever, and it's kind of crazy. So, it's like, I know I'm supposed to be the caretaker and I'm holding him up or whatever, but I sometimes need someone to hold me up too. She needs a support system. She needs a support system. And I feel like, girl, you ain't got no good girlfriends, no good Judies, no good nobody. It's just tough. It's just tough all the way around. Anyway, that was it. We last see Porsha and Dennis. Porsha and Dennis is at the house. So, he didn't came over, brought her piccolo, whatnot, and they chit-chatting. So, she is like, look, and today I went and seen, the doctor. I had also had the whole thing at Tanya's house. Me and Kenny kind of got into it at Tanya's house about, her saying this or saying that, or her not texting me back. The whole thing. She then said, I also want to talk to Dr. Sherry. And then he like, oh, well, what talk to her about? Well, I told her how, I cut off who I was talking to, how we had agreed that we would both do that. So I cut off who I was talking to, but you didn't. And he was like, oh, okay. So, girl, she said, Dennis did not cut off all communication with the ex Sherry. Dennis then say how, well, I didn't do anything wrong because I didn't text her per se, she was texting me and I was being friendly replying to her. And Portia's like, I don't care. Like, you should have just, ended communication with her, and you did, but you had me thinking that you did. So Portia thing was, you kind of got me out here looking stupid because I'm defending you, but you're really having conversations with her. It don't matter how innocent they are, you're still talking, you're still entertaining her in one way or the other. And she then brings up how in her last relationship, how, things seem so perfect and she had to have up this whole facade that the things were great. And it really wasn't. Porsha, no one thought you and Cordell was perfect. No one thought you and Cordell was great. Like, once y'all was on the show, we knew it was some fuckery going on. And you was basically, being held captive in one way or the other. Or that Cordell was a drill sergeant in one way or the other. And things were not good. You were the only one thinking you was fooling anybody. We seen it. Nene and them called you out and said, like, you shouldn't be with him. Like, no, I don't think anyone wanted you to stay with Cordell because we seen it wasn't a good situation for you. Like, you were not being what Cordell wanted, and you looked unhappy. Like, I'm like, we seen it. We wanted you to be happy. Anyway, she brings up also how, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to having to, be consciously or unconsciously putting up with bullshit, and defending you, because she would defend Cordell to the high heavens, but behind closed doors, she should not have been. So again, she's defending Dennis to the high heavens, and she shouldn't be. Especially if he out here, I can't be defending you. You out here having conversations with bitches that you're not supposed to. He then, because at first, like, you don't get it, like, you're not owning it. He then says, I'm sorry. She's like, what you sorry for? He says, I'm sorry for responding to the girl text or whatever, because she probably was doing it to be messy, because of the third party people who don't like you probably let her do it. I'm looking like, wait, what? So basically, Dennis was saying that Jamie, I'm going to say Jamie, not Kandi, because again, I think it's the thing that Jamie and Porsha is more of an issue than Porsha and Kandi. Like, I don't think Kandi has anything to do with the Sherry girl, because again, Jamie is who she knows. But Dennis basically blamed Jamie or someone who don't like Porsha as the reason that the girl kept texting him, but you still kept look. I like how Porsha then said, like, you still not owning it all the way, but whatever. And they just ended it on a regular note. But I don't like Dennis. I don't like how he's pushing the book over, and he's using Porsha's logic of someone don't like Porsha, so they kept talking to me, and they kept contacting me. And so it was because they kept contacting me, I'm sorry for not realizing they were trying to fuck you over. But you should not have, if you don't know that, like, if you don't, even if someone sent a girl to talk to you, you should know to not do it regardless. Because even if it's not a girl who was sent by someone Porsha don't like, you should not be entertaining bitches, period. Especially an ex. Okay? So again, the thing that people have been saying about Dennis is true. Out of Porsha's own mouth, he was still having conversations with his ex. Dennis is the one that's dead that's wrong. Okay, that's who she should be pissed at. Not Kandi, not Jamie. Well, maybe Jamie, because Jamie brought Sherry around. But still, it's just some bullshit afoot. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, peace.
He's like love, 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 and